morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, via YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. This is the third sutra of the way of looking. Looking, as we know, is robot-like, mechanical and unconscious act. The sutra says, see as if for the first time a beauteous person or an ordinary object. There are certain basic things about looking that we need to understand before we can really understand this sutra. We look at the things with old eye, old ways. You come home, you look at everything without looking at it. You know there is no need to look at. You have entered it again and again for years together. You go to the door, you enter the door, you may unlock the door, but there is no need to look, and everything happens mechanically. The whole process of looking, entering the home becomes robot-like, mechanical and unconscious. If something goes wrong, only if your key is not fitting into the lock, then you look at the lock. Otherwise, unconsciously, we put the key into it and unlock it. If the key fits, you never look at the lock because of the mechanical habits. Repeatedly doing the same thing again and again, you lose the capacity to look, the capacity to be conscious. You lose the freshness of look. We look as if everything is not fresh. Really, you lose the function, and this way you lose the function of your eyes. Remember this. You become basically blind because eyes are not needed to reach the place, to enter the house which you have known, and you have been doing it on a day-to-day basis. Remember, when last time you looked at your wife, last time you looked at your wife or husband, at your husband may have been years ago. For how many years you have not looked at her or him? You just pass, giving a casual glimpse, but not a look. A glimpse and look are two different things. Go again and look at your wife or at your husband as if you were looking at for the first time. By continuously looking at your husband and wife, things become mechanical. You just give a glance, give a smile, and you pass. Because if you are looking for the first time, the eyes will be filled with a freshness. They become alive. You are passing through a street, a beautiful woman or a beautiful man passes, eyes become alive, lighted. Does this kind of thing happens to you when you are passing by your wife or by your husband? Certainly not. It becomes a mechanical, robot-like, unconscious habit, and this habit kills the eye, kills the eyes, the functioning of the eyes, the quality of the eyes. The eyes become bored. Repeatedly, they are seeing the old again and again, and nothing is old really, because river is never static. It keeps on flowing. Remember, river is not stationary, it is a bed with the bound by two sides, and between them there is a space on which the water flows. Nothing is really old. It is the old habit that makes the things old. Your wife is not same as she was yesterday, because every moment consciousness changes and man is consciousness. She cannot be, otherwise she is a miracle. Nothing can remain the same the next moment. Life is a flux. Everything is flowing, dynamic, nothing is stationary. The same sunrise will not happen again, but we make a mistake. You commit a mistake, or you say some words to your husband or wife, but because of anger you have said this, so now you will not say, you will not apologize. Maybe in the morning or the next day you will say, I am sorry. But who you are telling I am sorry? The person to whom you have said the word, and the person who has said the word, they have flown, because life is a flux, is not stationary. But we do not have the eyes to see the freshness. Sunrise will not happen again, the same sunrise. In a sense also, sun is not same. Every day it is new. Basic changes have occurred, and the sky will not be the same again. The river will not be the same again. That's why Heraclitus says you cannot enter the same river twice. You cannot meet the same person twice, because your eyes are static. Your eyes are bored. They do not see the freshness in an individual. You see the freshness only when person changes the garb, and you say, you are looking today nice. So what is looking nice? You are looking at the clothes or the hairstyle or the makeup, but you are not seeing that is to be seen. Every morning it has its own sun. When it rises, it has its own individuality, and the sky and the colors, they will not gather in the same pattern again, but you go on moving as if everything is just the same. The same husband, the same wife, the same children. They say nothing is new under the sky. Really, nothing is older under the sky. Only the eyes become old, accustomed to things, bored. Then nothing appears new to you. Every morning when I come to my studio, look at my iPhone, iPad, MacBook or the microphone, everything is new. For children, everything is new. For children, everything is new and they are struck dumb when they see. They say, amazing, wow. But this is why everything gives them an excitement. Even a colored stone on a beach, and they become so excited. You will not be excited even seeing God Himself coming to your doorstep. You will not be excited. You will say, I know Him. I have read about Him. Children are so excited because their eyes are always fresh and new. And everything is a new world, a new dimension. Look at the eyes of children. Look the eyes of children. There is freshness, there is radiance, there is aliveness, there is vitality. They look mirror-like, silent, but very penetrating. Only such an eye can reach within. So the technique says, see as if for the first time a beauteous person or an object. Anything will do. Look at your shoes, but you pick up your shoes mechanically, put on them mechanically. You don't look at them. You look at them only when they are damaged or they need to be changed. You have been using them for years, but look as if for the first time you see, and you will see the difference. The quality of your consciousness suddenly changes when you look at everything with a fresh eye, with a new look. What happens in that? Your consciousness grows. Consciousness changes. I wonder whether you have seen the painting of Van Gogh of his shoes. He painted his shoes. It is one of the rarest things. There is just an old shoe, tired, sad, as if on the verge of death. It is just an old shoe, but look at it, feel it, and you will feel what a long, boring life the shoe must have passed through. It is so sad, just praying to be taken away from life, tired completely, every nerve is broken, just as an old man. It is one of the most original paintings, but how could Van Gogh see it? He saw the sadness in the shoes. You have even more old shoes with you, more tired, more dead, more sad, depressed, but you never look at them, look at their sadness, at what you have done to them, how you have behaved with them when you come home. You do not, the shoes that has given you protection, you do not take care of them as is needed. I recall my father's habits. when he will return from his office, he will take out his shoes, and before he will put in the place, he will brush them, remove the dust, and then put them close. He will take it out. Even if they have to go to the laundry, he will hang it to get the air. Imagine, have you ever done when you come home, you take off your shoes, do you brush them? Do you clean them before putting them in the place where they're supposed to be? Never. We take them for granted. And this has to change. You have never looked at them, at what you have done to them, and how have you behaved with them. Your shoes tell a life story about you, because you are your shoes. They can say anything. They can tell everything about you. If they could write a most authentic biography of the person they had to live with. And this is what Vincent van Gogh did in the painting that he made of his shoes. Sometimes you are very aggressive to your shoes. There is no lovingness that you show because you have no lovingness in you. The shoes have seen every mood, every face. When their owner was in love, he behaved differently with the shoes. When he was angry at someone or something else, he treated the shoes differently, and the shoes were not concerned at all, and everything has left a mark. Look at a Van Gogh painting, then you will see what you could see in the shoes. Everything is there. A whole shoes carry the biography of the person who was using them, how he has used them. But how could he see? To be a painter, one has to regain a child's vision, child's look, innocent look of freshness. He can look at everything, at most ordinary things, even with a different eye, with a real freshness. He can look. That's why he saw the sadness in the shoes. He saw unhappiness. Another painted, Cézanne painted a chair, just an ordinary chair, and you may even wonder, why paint a chair? You will be surprised, you will laugh, but you will not consider this your ignorance. There is no need. But he worked on that painting for months together. You may have stopped for a single moment to look at it. And he worked for months on it because he could look at the chair. A chair has its own spirit, its own story, its own miseries and happiness. It has lived with you. It has passed through life. It has its own experiences and memories which you cannot see. The are all revealed in Cézanne's painting. But do you look at your chair? When you reach to the office, you just sit down mechanically on it. You stand a few moments, look at the chair, appreciate it, look at it lovingly because it gives you comfort to sit down. It supports your weight. It has seen your different moods. It has seen your aggressiveness. It has seen your lovingness. It has its own experience and memories. All these are revealed in Cézanne's painting of the chair. You can Google it. Cézanne, Cézanne's painting of the chair. Sutra says any object will do. The technique is just to make your eyes fresh. The freshness of the eyes, the aliveness, the radiance, the awe look, the wonderful look, the vital, that they can move within and you can have a look at your inner self. See as if for the first time you are looking at your chair as if you are looking at it for the first time. Do not take anything for granted, even if it is your pen, because it gives you an opportunity to express your thoughts, your emotions. Your brush, your vehicle takes you from one destination to another. Even if the painting is made, it has sad moments when you have treated it violently, when you have treated it lovingly. You may find this talk little crazy, but this is giving you a new vision to your life, to your living. Only in that new look, new vision, you grow in consciousness. You want to attain to spirituality. You want to live a spiritual life. So you buy the scripture of your choice. You sing and chant the psalms, but you do not understand. You do not read the scripture that life is, that the things that are around you, that incident, that my father, when he will come home, in the beginning he used to ride the bicycle to go to his office. When he comes, he will clean the bicycle, take off his shoes, brush them, hang their clothes. No matter how late he returns home, he may be hungry, but he first takes care of these things. When he started riding the scooter, he come home and will clean it first before he go and do other things. He treated his everything with a different eye. Maybe he may not be aware, maybe he may be aware, but that made him a person of a different quality. Any object will do. This technique, the third sutra of looking, this is just to make your eyes fresh, so fresh, alive, radiant, vital, that they can move within. Only freshness, fresh eyes, fresh look will help you to move within. And then you complain how to attain to spiritual life, how to be blissful. See as if for the first time. Make it a point to see everything as if you are looking at it for the first time. Suddenly you will be surprised at what a beautiful world you have been missing up to now. Suddenly become aware and look at your wife as if you are looking at her for the first time. Or look at your husband as if you are looking at him for the first time. And it will be no wonder if you feel again the same love you felt for the first time, the same surge of energy, the same attraction in its fullest. But look as if you are looking for the first time at a beauteous person or beauteous object. Any ordinary object will do. What will happen? You will regain your eyesight. You will regain your freshness. You are blind. Just now, as you are blind. And this blindness is more fatal than the physical blindness. Because you have eyes and still you cannot look. Jesus says many times a statement, you would have read it, you would have quoted it, but you have not understood it. Those who have eyes, let them see. Those who have ears, let them hear. What kind of a statement is this? Jesus spoke in these parables, small statements. They are profound, pulsating with awareness. Many times he says, those who have eyes, let them see. Those who have ears, let them hear. It seems as he's talking to a blind and deaf person. But he goes on repeating it. What was he? A superintendent in some institute for the blind? He goes on repeating, if you have eyes, look. He must have been talking to the ordinary people who have eyes. But why this insistence? Why did he insist on, if you have eyes, look? He was talking about the eyes, which this technique can give you. Look at everything you pass as if you are looking at it for the first time. When you reach to the office, look at it, you are coming here for the first time. Because much has changed since you have left. But you do not see that freshness, that aliveness. Touch everything as if you are touching it for the first time. What will happen? If you can do this, you will be freed from past. The burden, the depth, the tiredness, the dirtiness, the accumulated experience, you will be freed from all of them. Every moment, move from the past. You talk about how to move from the past, you do not know the technique. The simple technique is pass everything, by everything as if you are passing for the first time. When you are entering into your house, into your room, there are so many things. You take them all for granted. Pass by the door, by the chair, by everything as if you are seeing for the first time. If you see someone for the first time, Would you not say hello? Would you not say hi? Would you not greet them? Welcome them, everything, as if you are looking at them for the first time. The mirror, the cupboard, the clothes in the cupboard. Open the cupboard and look at every piece of clothes that is hanging there with a new look, the freshness. The top that I am wearing, you know how old it is? It was bought in 2011. It is almost 10 years old. See the freshness, see the aliveness, see the grace that it lends it to me when I wear it. After I am finished with this session, I take it off, again think, and then when I open the cupboard, they look at me with an eye as if they are giving me an invitation to wear them. Every moment move from the past. Do not allow it to enter within you. Do not allow it to be carried. Leave it. Look at everything as if you are looking for the first time. The very approach of looking at anything, any person or the object as if you are looking for the first time will help you to move from the past, nothing else. It has a great technique to help you to be freed from the past. Then you are constantly in the present, and by you will have an affinity with the present. Then everything will be new, fresh and alive for you. Then you will be able to understand why did Heraclitus said that you cannot step twice in the same river. You cannot see the same person twice. The same person, because nothing is static. Everything is river-like. Everything is river-like. Flowing and flowing and flowing constantly. If you are freed from the past, what is the way? Looking at everything, every person as if you are looking for the first time. With a look of a child, with the eyes of an aliveness. If you are freed from the past, you have a look which can see the present. You will enter the existence, the unknown, the unknowable. And this entry will be double. You will enter into everything, into its spirit, and you can enter into yourself. Also because present is the door. All meditations in one way or the other is to help you to live this very moment in the present. So this technique is one of the most beautiful techniques and easy. You can try it without any danger. If your look is afresh, even when passing through the same street, a street that you have seen, you will find it looking new. Meeting the same friend as if he is a stranger. Looking at your wife or your husband as if you are looking for the first time. When she was a stranger or he was a stranger. You can really see that she or he is not a stranger. You may have lived for 20 years or 30 years or 40 years with your wife or husband, but can you say that you are acquainted with her or him? She is still a stranger. You are two strangers living together like two railway lines, tracks, continuously running parallel to one another. You know the outer habits of each other, the outer reactions, but the inner core of the being remains untouched, unknown. Look freshly again, as if looking for the first time. You will see the same stranger. Nothing has become old. Everything is new. This will give freshness to your look. Your eyes will become innocent. Only those innocent eyes can see. Those innocent eyes can only help you to enter the inner world, your innerness. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day. Something which is fresh, tasty, and nice is given only in a small dose, not in abundance. Only this much for this morning until we come tomorrow to deal with the questions relating to these 3 sutras. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.